All right, welcome back to the American Dream. As you know, on the show, we talk a lot about the real estate market. Let's combine real estate with this tech boom that we're seeing all across the country, but certainly here in San Diego. Joining us on the show, our good friend AJ Powers, award-winning realtor, and you've brought on David Anderson. First time having you on the show with LionDesk.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about these like merging worlds of tech and real estate, which, I mean, it's a big time in real estate right now. I mean, you have Uber as the number one taxi cab company, doesn't have a car. Airbnb, number one hotel, that hotel. There's going to be some disruption in real estate, don't you think?
Already has been.
Yeah. Definitely. How so, from your point of view?
I think the tech has, there's three different sides for me. It's how do I get my clients? When I have my clients, what can I do for them? And then how do I manage my business? And all these things revolve around technology these days.
Sure.
So it's a matter of being able to figure out how to get to the client. So, Facebook has some incredible information they're gathering, and we're able to target people through really almost scary demographics that we can pull. I mean, they know everything about everyone.
Does, yep.
And then once we get our clients, it's a matter of technology from marketing to how we're exposing their property, where it's going and how. And then, the communication side, which is what Dave does, is client base and agent base. We're able to do so much more, automate. We can really have good, basically like filter levels. We've got 5,000 people in our database. How do we keep all of them top of mind? How do we stay in front of them? How do we follow up with them the correct way? So all these things kind of meld together, and it's huge.
Keep giving them great information and providing value to the people that have bought and sold with you, or maybe just looked into it with you.
Right.
You mentioned the targeting of the demographics. I mean, I think the numbers, you would know better than me, but it's like 17% of home purchases come from within the same neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
So you take on a new listing and you're able to put that in front of homeowners in that area to increase the potential list price offer on it. It's a fascinating time.
Absolutely.
Really is. So, David, you really come out of that tech world.
Yeah.
LionDesk is your organization. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I started the company a few years ago, and we've grown dramatically. We got 10,000 plus companies using us now across the US and Canada.
Wow.
And like AJ said, things like the paradigm has shifted a lot, right? I mean, it used to be just, you'd walk into your agent's office and sit down and they'd go over the homes with you, where now, we really have converted to kind of a part social network because it's communication between the agent and the client, right? Collaboration between agent to broker, bringing on the lender, and then also like an insights engine, right? Because you need to know what's happening. So for AJ and his brokerage, he needs to know of the leads that he's generating, who are they going to, are they converting, and then also where they are in every step of the process. And the transaction times, it's just going to continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller as technology evolves. And just in 3 years, it's gone from AI being a buzzword out there to actually being involved in the process from start to finish. And a lot of people don't even know it. Lead comes through, and the first response that you get via our platform is automated. And even 15 minutes later when a text message goes to that client, it's automated.
Sure.
Everybody, they'll reply back and they'll think it's AJ or one of his team members, but it's just a process that's just happening on the background. And we're learning, we're sending out, just from our company, 500,000 text messages a year based on all of our clients.
Wow.
And so the data analysis of that is just going to change everything. And if you're not using technology to analyze all this stuff, then you're just, you're missing out on a ton of sales.
You mentioned social. What do you mean?
So what we're doing is we're bringing in data points. So AJ had mentioned, when a client submits their data on his site, we're bringing in Facebook profile information, LinkedIn, Twitter, where they live, what their home ownership past is. It's 200 million data points is where we pull this stuff from. So before he even has a chance to talk to that client, he knows everything about them.
Unbelievable.
Right? And that's the scary stuff where it's you just don't think about it, right? I mean, there's all this information that's out there publicly, even just from your phone number.
Now, how does this empower you with what you're doing? Why is this valuable to you?
So for us, it's about knowing as much as we can so we can communicate the right message.
Sure.
So if we know this is a homeowner versus a renter, we know that our target message may be, have you thought about selling and buying a bigger home or downsizing or, some of these things just come down to a little bit of extra information that we have that someone else doesn't. Because if we can connect with someone and we know enough about them to where we're saying stuff that's relevant, we're one step ahead of everyone else who just has a phone number.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know on this show we talk a lot about real estate, equity growth, tax advantages, but When you know that somebody is a relocation or military or has a family and looking for a school district, how much better is that going to make you at your job? Not to mention the follow-up systems. Yeah. Incredibly valuable. And how many agents are out there? I mean, honestly, what is there, 20,000 in San Diego?
Is that all?
You know, they get a lead and it's like, okay, I called it once. You know, it's troubling in that regard. But
sure.
No, I see how it makes sense. What do you think is going to happen in the housing market over the course of the next 12 months?
Probably the same thing I thought was going to happen last year, but it hasn't happened quite yet. I think rates they need to spike to some extent. I don't know when, but we got to get above 5 so we can kind of have some healthy buyer and seller demand, and also not an inventory that's incredibly low.
What is this, like 5 years now it's been low? And now
I think every time we talk, it's
the
same thing. We need more inventory, rates need to go up, but right now it's just staying that same consistent growth, and I think something major has to happen for that to change.
Awesome. All right, man. And real quick, David, what do you think the future of tech is here in San Diego for the next year?
I think it's great. I mean, there's more and more people coming in. Tech Hub San Diego is like, we're getting bigger and bigger, which is great. I mean, I see a lot of startups coming in and you know, all for it. I mean, we have a big group.
Are we pulling from San Fran a little bit?
We are, actually.
That's cool.
We are. I mean,
let's win that battle.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited about it.
San Franciscans. But yeah, no, I think that San Diego's now becoming a good place for these startups, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming on the show. David, appreciate it. LionDesk.com, correct?
Correct. Yeah, thank you.
AJ, I know they can connect with you online. Hopefully it's rolled on the screen for us. Appreciate you guys.